a bit of like a anime background for me is that I got into anime quite late into my life. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I was young, I watched like Sailor Moon and like I watched
Yeah.
episodes of like, Pokemon here and there. But like when I was in my teenage years, like high school or whatnot, I never really got into Naruto or like Bleach, even though they were
Mm-hmm.
really popular at the time. And then when I started working, I had a group of friends. There was like three of us, and the two guys were like really into anime, and they were both like One Piece fans. They both loved the Naruto, loved all of these series, and they were talking about like anime all like so often that I ended up getting into Naruto,
Mm-hmm.
and I watched. I finished it. I did not watch the fillers. Thank you.
Oh my god, yeah,
I,
dodge that
It's
bullet.
like
Yep.
half. Yeah. I was warned. I was pre-warned. So I
Okay.
watched all of Naruto, and that took a while, right? Like it's a long series, even without the fillers, because it's like even Naruto is quite old and slow paced
Mm-hmm.
in some episodes. So it took me a while, and then when my best friend, he was like, you should watch One Piece. I was like, dude, I just finished Naruto. Like, there's no way I'm gonna start One Piece now. Like Naruto was like 1,000 episodes, and half of that was fillers. That took me so long. Like One Piece is 1,000 episodes and there are no fillers. Like, do you know how long that's gonna take me?
Yeah.
Like no, that's my entire life. And then I don't know what happened, but just one day, I know what happened actually. My friend, he was at work, and I went to visit him on his level because we work on different floors,
Mm-hmm.
and he had just read, um, I think it must be chapter 957. I want to say if it's 956 or 957. It's the Roger he just laughed chapter,
Oh wow.
and they called it Laugh Tale. And obviously
Wow.
for the community, you'll know that up until that point, Laugh Tale was known as a Laugh Tale. And
Yeah.
so it was sort of like the big reveal that it's actually the name is actually Laugh Tale, which spans a whole lot of like new speculations about what the One Piece might be,
Uh-huh.
and what the whole journey is about. And he was just going nuts having read that chapter. And like he was just like jumping up and down, and I thought of like if a series can get someone like this excited, if a series can get a grown man like jumping up and down while at work,
Yeah.
um, like this must be a pretty good series. And so I think I decided, okay, I'll have to start One Piece.
What was the first anime that you went and watched? Like properly sit down
I
and watch, other than like, because for me, I would flick on TV, yeah, and it would be like Pokemon or like Yu-Gi-Oh and like
mm,
whatever. But like the one for me that I sat down and watched, I think I'm pretty sure it was Death Note. I'm pretty sure it was Death Note was the
yeah.
first one for me.
Yeah, Death Note was probably one of my first. I'm not too sure. I don't think I could say that it was definitely my first, but it was definitely one of my first. I would probably say that I think I might have started Naruto first,
Okay.
but as I was watching a couple of series together because I was usually watching Naruto with a friend. I wasn't watching it alone.
Yep.
And so like when I was while I was watching Naruto with my friends, I would watch I think I finished Samurai Champloo.
Okay.
Yeah. Um and then probably Death Note afterwards. But I think Death Note is a great series for people who are new to the world of anime to really
Yeah.
get into.
Yeah.
Death Note until at least
Yeah. Okay. Spoiler alert. I was gonna I was gonna say until episode 25 or something
Oh,
like that. Oh, it's been
my
out for a
God.
while. It's been out for ages. And what about in terms of like manga? What was the first one that got you to like read manga or
Mm,
what that one?
that was One Piece. So I
Oh,
don't
One Piece, the
really
very
I
first
don't read
manga,
a
One
lot
Piece.
of
Wow. Okay.
yeah, I don't read a lot of manga actually.
Mm.
Like so I do read like from time to time if I know that the anime isn't out yet and I've heard that it's really good, but like I said, I like if an anime does it well, I prefer watching the
Yeah.
anime because I
Yeah.
like watching it with like the whole like
Mm-hmm.
soundtrack and like the whole like visual effects. Um but yeah, the first one would have been One Piece. Is Berserk the first one for you?
Berserker's the first one. Yeah, because
Right.
the anime finale was that terrible. Like it was like the biggest cliffhanger in history. I still haven't seen one that's that bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to know what happens next, and so I directly jumped on and read the rest of it, and that was the first manga that I read.
Mm.
Um, yeah, but I really do understand the whole thing of the soundtracks playing a big part. So when I'd read manga, I would have the soundtracks playing as I read them, and I would time
Oh,
them. Like I would have the calm ones playing in the calm scenes, and then when the action comes in, I play the action scenes, the music to make it more immersive, and to get my
wow,
hype
that's a
up.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and especially that one big one for me to do that was Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, I think, is my favorite
Oh.
anime soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm a huge fan of the really like orchestral, dramatic,
Yep.
intense
Mhm.
music. I love that.
Yeah.
Like my favorite I think like movie kind of like composer is Hans Zimmer. And like
Yep.
Inception is like one of my favorite movies because when I was in the
Uh-huh.
cinema, hearing that soundtrack in the cinema, I was like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna listen to everything." And so I love that kind of set music. And Attack on Titan
Yep.
has like such intense, dramatic,
Yeah.
epic hype music, and so I love it. And also really nice, beautiful piano and stuff. So like I love
Hmm.
listening to the that with reading the manga. Um, yeah, so that was a really fun experience for me. And I can also take that soundtrack and put it into different series. Like if I'm reading, like for instance, when I tried to go and read through The Witcher, I would have that playing, or I'd read Invincible, like the comic. I'd go and
Yeah.
have that playing because the calm sounds are really nice and the intense ones are really good. So that's how
Oh,
I'd read.
really cool way to experience things. I'll have to try that out. That's actually really smart.